Hello, in this video, the IPP Demonstration Sites project will spotlight the inclusionary practice of data analysis protocols featuring a case study from Chase Middle School in Spokane, Washington. Data analysis protocols are systems which encourage data-driven decision making. Establishing a data analysis protocol addresses ways to collect, analyze, and report data. In addition, how to use the information for school improvement and to inform instruction. Data provides critical information to help schools and teachers determine if they are meeting their purpose and vision. It also challenges assumptions about how groups of students learn, especially students with disabilities. When used to make decisions around teaching and learning, data analysis protocols facilitate a cultural shift in thinking among all stakeholders. We shift practices to use data to drive how all students learn and progress. Protocols that are monitored on a frequent schedule, such as every 4 to 6 weeks, often result in more equitable and informed instructional decisions. Research indicates that findings from data analysis protocols are often used in ways that achieve dramatic improvements in student performance and engagement. With data analysis protocols, ongoing data is collected and analyzed at regular intervals. Thus, decisions can be made that encourage growth for students rather than waiting for the end of the quarter or semester information that comes too late to affect real-time change in teaching and learning. Some important things to remember when starting out with data analysis protocols is to start small and begin with core issues. Ensure that all students are included in the data analysis protocols and listen to what the data are communicating about the big picture. Work to create trust and build support by how teachers are sharing data. Provide professional learning opportunities for staff on how to use the data to inform their teaching practices. And revisit protocols to make sure the data are providing the necessary information. And when needed, revise protocols to ensure that the data collected and intervals the data is analyzed are efficient and effective. Ongoing data analysis to inform practice is vital to ensuring student needs are met throughout the school year. To make this happen, it's important to have systems in place to provide a structure or review data and formative assessments through Common Planning Time, or PLCs. This case study will look at how Chase Middle School took some of the data and not only changed practices during the year, but used the data to inform larger systems change. Chase Middle School analyzed data from their 2017 to 2018 school year, which showed that pull-out resource classes, which were not teaching students with disabilities Common Core standards, resulted in students not making marked growth. In English and language arts, students receiving IEP services made 0.53 years of growth in 1 year. For math, students receiving IEP services made only 0.19 years growth in 1 year. The data showed that students not accessing Common Core state standards were making half a year or significantly less growth. This was not acceptable, and Chase Middle School made the decision to focus on ensuring all students received equitable instruction by receiving instruction on the Common Core standards. In addition to the data, Chase Middle School also looked at the research to guide the next steps. In a survey from LaRock, special education teachers about their beliefs of teaching Common Core standards, quote, the results show that while the majority of these teachers echo the general belief that the Common Core standards are beneficial for students without disabilities, they did not believe that they are beneficial for students with disabilities. This mindset leads to teachers not exposing students receiving special education services to the Common Core standards. With this insight, Chase understood there was work to be done in shifting mindset. They led with the question, how can we expect students to make progress and to pass SBAC when they haven't even been exposed to the curriculum and those core standards? Teachers shared that with students on IEPs having goals written for 2nd to 4th grade, teachers focused on these IEP goals, which reflected elementary Common Core standards, instead of exposing middle school students to middle school standards. The solution for the following school year was two-pronged. First, Rewrite goals to reflect grade level content and standards. Second, provide instruction and find entry points for students to those Common Core standards. Decisions were made based on this baseline data. Analyzing the 2018 and 2019 school year data showed a positive correlation in a move to more inclusive practices for students in growth. If you'll remember, the previous year we were looking at a half a year's growth in ELA and only about a fifth of the year's growth in math. Now we were seeing students were making 1.31 years progress in ELA and 0.43 years progress in math. This is double or more the progress. Building on their success and looking toward continuous improvement, data analysis led to a decision to now implement co-teaching inclusionary practice for the 2019 to 2020 school year. In addition to the data, Chase Middle School again reviewed the research. Research indicated that there was a significant increase in test scores of students with disabilities when they attended a co-taught class as opposed to a segregated special education class. As Chase Middle School continues on their continuous growth and journey, they are informed by the data, are expanding their co-teaching practices, partnering with both feeder elementary and high schools to ensure a continuum of receiving instruction on Common Core standards for all students. Some takeaways on data analysis protocols is first, start small when establishing these protocols. Determine what is the data you need and how can this data be captured to establish those protocols. Set aside and preserve time for analyzing and collaboration to make data-driven decisions. Data protocols as an inclusionary practice move stakeholders away from making assumptions about how students are grouped. Instruction is provided and progress marked. And lastly, when we make data-driven decisions to ensure equitable education, access, and outcomes for all students. Here are additional resources to learn more about data analysis protocols, co-teaching, and teaching Common Core standards. For more about Chase Middle School's use of data analysis protocols to impact their practices, please visit the IPP demonstration sites webpage for Chase Middle School webinars. Thank you.